We'll call the regular council meeting of March the 11th to order. Spring is close at hand, and the evidence of this is in the implementation of the Atlantic Daylight Saving Time. With the current tariff talk, we really, more than ever, need to purchase local and support one another. Even if local things may not be less expensive, the local quality will reflect the dollar differences. That's kind of my remarks to start this evening. Notation of councillors in attendance.
Yes.
Thank you. Could I have approval for the agenda, please?
So
Moved by Deputy Mayor Forbes. Do I have a seconder? Second by Councillor Downing. Any question on the agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, if any? Motion carried. Do we have any declaration of conflicts of interest this evening to declare among us? Hearing none? Good. We have no delegates this evening. Approval of previous meeting minutes. If I could have a motion to Councillor Annis, moved by Councillor Annis for the approve the previous meeting minutes. For the seconder?
I'll second.
Second by Deputy Mayor Brownlow. Any errors, omissions, or concerns on the motion at hand of the meeting minutes? Hearing none, we're okay. All those in favor? Contrary minded, if any? Motion carried. Business arising from the previous meeting minutes. One street light to go up, I guess, but I haven't heard whether it's in the motion or works or whatnot, so I'm sure we will at some point in time. So, none? Okay. Committee reports. Committee of the whole meeting minutes from February 25th, 2025. I have a motion for approval of those. Moved by Deputy Mayor Brownlow, and the seconder. Councillor Brewer seconds the motion. Any errors, omissions, concerns in those minutes? Hearing none. Good. All those in favor? Contrary minded, if any? Motion carried. Treasury report will be March 25th, 2025. The Chief Administrative Officer's report.
Thank you. In regards to PID 75127977, I met with the City of Fredericton planning staff on February 26, 2025 at 4 p.m. We had a very good discussion about what council generally wants to see on the property. I asked them to come up with some suggestions that will withstand the potential flooding. We will be meeting again in person on site in the spring. On March 5th, 2026, I attended the land identification request for proposal presentations with the mayor. There were 4 presentations. It was difficult to choose a company, but in the end I believe the group chosen will provide a product that will work very well. There will be a website where you can look at various PIDs in Central York and see all the data for the land, such as tax assessment, sales history, ownership, land size, if it's currently for sale, risk assessment, and hopefully some census data of the surrounding area. On March 13th, 2025, I will be training on how to use the Buoyant Alert System for Central York. The other admins will need to be trained as well, and that should happen in the near future. We are still working through the process of taking ownership of the KV Arena. After receiving approval from the Municipal Capital Borrowing Board, the applicant has 2 years to start the project. Central York has received conditional approval and needs to provide purchase and transfer agreements, which should happen in the next few months. Thank you.
For the CAO report, could I have a motion to accept the report? Moved by Councillor Annis, or the seconder, seconded by Councillor Brewer. Any questions on the CAO report? Hearing none. Good. So all those in favor? Against? Motion carried. I do have a report. I didn't get it in time for to be printed or passed out, but I can, if you want a copy of what I say, it can be copied and given to you. The Capital Region Service Commission meeting last Tuesday, there was some talk on the Finance Committee restructuring, but at the end of the discussion, it was decided to leave it as it is for now. There was also some discussion about not broadcasting the committee meetings, but rather just leaving it open for public appearances. As of yet, this is still pending. Mayor Pleadwell was vice chair of the Capital Region Service Commission, but when he resigned as mayor of Acadia on February 28th, that has left the position vacant until the AGM of the Capital Service Commission on April 1st, 2025. The Capital Region Service Commission has determined that the move-in date for the new location at 1133 Regent Street is undetermined due to the many delays. It has been rented since late last October. Our CAO and myself attended the merge meeting at Planet Hatch last Thursday. We listened to 4 different startup entities about doing a land inventory project for Hanwell and Central York combined. This will be completed by March 2026. The project will be granted to one of the 4 companies, and the project is mostly funded by ACOA. I completed my IC 100 course online last Friday and passed. Our CAL also completed his IC 100 online course, and he also passed. And on behalf of Mayor and Council, I extend congratulations to him. So I didn't have as much detail in the merge program because I knew this would be duplicated from the CAO report, so his was much more in-depth than what mine is, but you get the idea what's going on. How it's being mostly funded and whatnot, so I'll move to accept my report. Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Downing. Any questions on my report? Yes.
Would you repeat the name of that course that you 2 completed?
IC 100.
And what is it?
Incident
Incident
command.
command.
Incident command.
Incident command. And that was through the
EMO.
EMO. Okay.
Free online. Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded if any, motion carried. New business. Yes, Councilor Hayes.
Back several meetings ago, we talked about the naming of the new bridge on Trip Settlement Road. So just by way of update, I have had conversation with Teddy Dunphy on that, and he's going to design some form of signage that'll probably be small in nature and hopefully affix it to the bridge. The only question from this group would be, what are we going to call that bridge for sure? I know that the group that have presented to us some time ago talked about naming it in memory of Fred Wallace. So whether it's the Fred Wallace Memorial Bridge or the Wallace Memorial Bridge, someone's got to make a decision so that we know what to put on the sign.
I would suggest it be called the Fred Wallace Memorial Bridge. Now we know who it's in memory of.
And it's going to be something that's as permanent can be, but it'll probably be just, I don't know what you call those things on the side, stuck on there somewhere so that people that know kind of know.
Maybe put plexiglass or something over the top of it so it can't be destroyed.
Teddy, I figured it out.
Yes.
Does the naming of a bridge have to go through any upper echelons?
Probably depends on if we do it formally or informally, and I think we agreed to do it informally.
And who was the person that was hired to do or that you suggested?
Ted Dunphy from the signpost.
And what ward is he in?
9,
Number
3.
Number 3?
What,
Okay.
what does that, I don't understand what ward matters.
It just does to me.
Pardon me?
It just does to me.
You're just wondering if it's local or not, person is.
Sort of. No, there was nothing negative about it. I just wanted the information out there in case, because I guess I could answer that better. I think it's very important that if people are hired in our wards, that we are notified of it, that we're aware of it.
We have always, our CAO and the staff especially, have tried to keep everything local that we can attain in Central York. And if not in Central York, at least in the close proximity of our capital service region or the province, yes.
I would recommend that you never talk about personal names here, or business names in the council meeting, because it can go bad.
Okay, but the councilors themselves should know.
The councilors should know.
That's all I'm saying.
As far as an open
The
meeting.
councilors should, no, I'm not saying it to be in a
Private
meeting.
citizens or.
Oh,
officials.
oh, you mean because of what I asked him?
Right.
Okay, I
think
understand.
it was fairly commonly known, Joe,
What?
what we were gonna do and how.
Oh, I know, but I'm always afraid that someone above might say, oh, you shouldn't have done that.
So for future
Be careful.
reference, we've all been noted that we should not bring up a name
Mhm.
or a contract. And I just thought of that after I wrote my report, because I had in my report of the merge program who the potential company to land the contract was. And I neglected to say it because I just remembered that you shouldn't use names in public. So I deleted that when I gave my report. So we can keep that in mind for future, that we don't mention names or a contract in public. That's what closed session is for, so one of the reasons. So, good there?
Yep.
Okay, any other topics on new business? Okay. You didn't have anything else for new business? Okay, so I need a motion to move into closed session. Moved by Councillor
I'll
Downey,
move it.
seconded by Councillor Brewer. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll remind you, if any